What's going on, Slay Baes? It's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is probably going to be my favorite video of the month because today I'm doing a full face using Ulta Beauty's 21 Days of Beauty Steals. You guys already know this is like my favorite sale event of all time. I really enjoy shopping at Ulta. I love that there's a mixture between affordable products and also high-end products. It's just a one-stop shop for every and anything, if you get me. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the sale event, pretty much it's one-day beauty steals, all 50% off. The sale event is going to start on September the 1st and it's going to run through September the 21st. I am putting this video up a little bit early because I really want you guys to be prepared for the event, and I want you to see some of these products in action before you actually go to the store and pick up some of these items. So I put together a full face of my personal favorites and also products that I was really eager to try during the sale event. So I hope you guys love it. I will have all deets down below in the description, and once the sale event goes live, I will update the description box with links and all of that. So enjoy the video, kick back, relax. It's gonna be a lengthy one, but it's gonna be worth it. So subscribe if you haven't already, click that little bell, and let's get into it. The first product I want to talk about is the product I have on my eyebrows right now. This is the Anastasia Brow Definer. This was available earlier in the year during their first sale event, and it's also going to be available again. The original price point for this is $23, and it is going to be on sale for $11.50, which is great. You have the spoolie on one side, and then you have the retractable brow pencil on the other side. I am currently in the shade Ebony. I feel like it is a really awesome match for my brows. If you guys aren't into the Anastasia Brow Definer, then just know that they are also going to have some Benefit brow pencils available during the sale as well, just on different days, which I will have listed down below if you're interested. With that, I do want to move on to priming my eyelids a little bit. They don't have an eyelid primer during the sale, or if they do, I just wasn't interested in picking it up. So instead, I'm going to use a concealer. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. I am going to use this one right here in the shade 13.5 Light Honey, and I'm just going to take this all over my lids to really mute out my eyelids and act as a really nice sticky base for my eyeshadow to stick to. Now, during the sale, they did have several different eyeshadow palettes listed, but one that really stood out to me was this one right here by Too Faced. This is their Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette. I have never tried this palette, so sometimes during the sale, I'll pick up products that I love and that I know I'll get a lot of use out of, and other times I'll pick up products that I'm really eager to try, but I don't want to pay full price for. So this is one of those items. When you take it out of the box, this is what the palette looks like. It is so incredibly beautiful. What I love most about this palette and what really stood out to me is that it does have a mixture between shimmers and matte. So you can create a very matte look with just the matte shades, or you can create a look with shimmer all over the lid. I also love that these are neutral tone shades. They don't pull too warm, they don't pull too red or orange. It really is the perfect kind of like cool, very neutral tone eyeshadow palette if you ask me. So the first shade I'm going to take all over the lid is this shade right here. This one is called Heaven. It is a really beautiful, just soft color that's going to act as a really nice light layer of shadow before I go in with my transitional shade. So I do have just a little bit of fallout when it comes to this really light shade, but nothing too crazy. I really love how buttery these shadows are. Also, you guys, this smells like coconut. It literally smells so good. I feel like Too Faced is very known for making very heavily scented palettes. If it's not something you're really into when it comes to shadow, then you may not like this. But the next shade I'm going to pick up is this one right here. It's called Cashmere Bunny. It is a really beautiful, soft, neutral tone shade, and I'm going to take it on an M441, and I'm just going to lightly dust this in my crease. Okay, so that's looking like a really beautiful, nice wash of color in my crease. I'm going to go in with more of a concentrated brush. This is an M507, and I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the shade Cashmere Bunny, and I'm just going to kind of stamp it closest to my lash line to really just build up the intensity. So once I have it really stamped on there, I'm just going to go in small circular motions here to buff and blend. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this palette is originally $38, but during the sale event, it is going to retail for for $19. To me, that's a steal. Like, that is a really, really awesome deal. Look how many eyeshadows you get. It's a very heavy, high quality palette. You also get a full size mirror. Honestly, you can't really beat that. I also really love how these shadows are blending onto my eyelid. I feel like they're very creamy and buttery and pigmented. Girl, I'm about it. The next shade I'm going to take from within the palette is this one right here. It's called Espresso. It is a really beautiful, rich, deep brown. I'm going to take it on a smudger brush right here. This is by Collab. These are all new makeup brushes that are launching this fall, so definitely be on the lookout for that. They are just incredible. I'm going to take this and really just tap it right here alongside my lower lash line to really like deepen it up and smoke it out. I'm just switching to an M514 and I'm going in small circular motions right here in my outer V, still using a little bit of that shade's Espresso just to really smoke it out and intensify the color. Then with a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit, just a tad bit of the lighter shade Cashmere Bunny, and I'm just going to run it right above just to really melt the colors together. So for my lid color, I really want to go in with this shade right here. This is called Honey Pot. It is such a beautiful gold shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M124. After I pick up a little bit of that shadow, I am going to spritz it with some of the Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray by Catrice. Now, I know this isn't in the sale, but you guys, it is incredible and it's so inexpensive. I definitely recommend that you guys all add this to your collection because it has literally changed the game for me. So I'm going to just take that gold shade and I'm going to pat it all over my lid. I'm not really going to cut my crease with this look just because I don't feel like it's necessary, and I really want to create a very just like effortless eye look without having to go in with the extra work of cutting with concealer and stuff like that. I'm also going to take a little bit of that shade on my finger and just kind of just like tap it. I think that is a really beautiful, just like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's like a pale gold because it definitely is like gold, but it is like really, really, really pretty. I also don't find the shade to be chunky or anything like that whatsoever. It is a really beautiful, just like smooth shimmer on the lid. So I definitely feel like that's looking pretty good. I'm going to move on to a liner. Today I will be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion. This originally retails for $22, but during the event it is going to be on sale for $11. This is literally my favorite like super black high-end crayon eye pencil, hands down. It's black, it's creamy, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't budge, it literally just stays in place, and that's what I love so much about it. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to tightline with it. So I'm going to look up and I'm going to run this closest to the lash line to create the illusion of thicker, fuller lashes. I'm also going to take just a little bit of this eyeliner right here, again closest to the lash line to kind of mimic liner, and then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush like this to really just smudge and smoke it out. Now for me personally, one thing I really love about this pencil is that it blends out very nicely. Like, it gives you enough playtime to really buff and blend it out, and then when it sets, it's not going anywhere, it's not going to smudge or budge. As you can see, that looks really, really pretty. It just added nice definition to the very outer V area. You can also take it right here in the very inner corner to really just define out the eye. You know what? I'm going to take an ABH swish brush. That's literally what it's called. Swish, swish, bish. And I'm going to just coat the brush with a little bit of this crayon eyeliner and use it to really connect the liner on my upper lash line. So off camera, I did use a little bit of liquid eyeliner. This one is by Anastasia. This one, unfortunately, is not a part of the sale, but you can literally use whatever liquid eyeliner you have at home. I know they do have a eyeliner during the sale by Tarte. It has a liquid eyeliner on one side and then a crayon on the other. So that one will literally work perfect for this step, because all I really did is I took a little bit of this eyeliner, drew a very stark line right there in the very inner corner, and then I used my crayon eyeliner by Urban Decay to really just smudge and smoke it out in the outer V. I love it. We are money honey. Let's actually move on to mascara. The mascara I'm going to use is this one right here by Lancome. This is the Monsieur Big Mascara. Big is the new black. You guys, so freaking good. This mascara is incredible, and I normally don't give in to like high-end mascaras, often, but I definitely feel like this one is well worth the money. Now the regular price of this is $25, but it's going to be on sale for $12.50. So what I'm going to do very quickly is just coat my real lashes with a little bit of mascara. Now, I'm not really doing anything too crazy as it relates to mascara because I will be putting on falsies. Now, the falsies I'm going to use in today's video are by Pure. These are their Pro Eyelashes 3D cruelty-free luxe lashes in the style Bombshell. You guys, these are so incredibly beautiful. Like, look at that. I think they're gonna complement the look very, very nicely. Now, to my knowledge, they are gonna have like a mascara and lash duo from Pure during the sale. I couldn't find that at my local Ulta when I went in to pick up these products before the sale. So when I find it online, I will have it listed down below, as well as these, in case you guys are interested in picking up this exact style. So I'm gonna pop these on off camera just because they're a lot easier for me to put on off camera. Then we'll come back and we'll start working on the rest of the face. Now that I have my lashes on, let's actually move on to primer. I'm gonna use this one by Smashbox. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Super Light Smooth and Blur Primer. You guys know this is one of my favorite primers from Smashbox. I also really love their primerizer, but that one is not included in the sale. This one is. Another primer that's included in the sale is the one by Benefit, but this one definitely is my favorite over the one from Benefit. So I'm gonna put this all over. Now, the original price of this primer is $36, but it is gonna be on sale for $18, which is an amazing deal for this primer. If you love it or have been wanting to try it, I definitely recommend that you stock up. It is very, very hydrating on the skin. It's not too thick like a regular smoothing primer would be. I like that it is a nice fluid primer that's easy to really work into the skin. I'm also going to take a little bit of this primer and put it on my forehead, just so that way my entire face is primed. Now that I have a really nice canvas to work on, I'm going to move on to foundation. I will be using this one right here by It Cosmetics. This is the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. I picked mine up in the shade Light. Now, I know Light, you're probably like, girl, you're at least medium, but I do feel like the shade range in It Cosmetics face products are a little off, so I felt like this one would be a pretty decent match for me. The only thing I will say is that sometimes their lighter shades may be a little bit too dark, and I also feel like their darker shades aren't dark enough, so I definitely feel like that's something that they need to work on. But one thing I love about their products is that they do come with SPF in it. So this one right here has SPF 50, which is incredible for a day-to-day product. It also is a physical sunscreen, so it's going to include the active ingredients of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which is really, really awesome for your skin and protecting your skin from the UVA and UVB rays. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on the back of my hand and I'm going to put it all over my face so that way we can cover up all of these blemishes, okay? By the way, the sponge I'm using is by e.l.f. Love this sponge. I feel like I talk about it in every single one of my videos, but I definitely recommend that you try this sponge out before going out and buying a sponge that's really, really expensive, like a beauty blender or something like that, because this one's really inexpensive and it is great. It's like incredible. But as you can see, this foundation right here has a really, really great coverage to it. I also feel like the shade Light is a really awesome match for my neck. Like, hello. We see you. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I mentioned, but this foundation originally retails for $39.50, but it's going to be available during the sale for only $19.50, which for me is a really, really awesome deal, especially because this is a product that you can wear every single day and it's really going to protect your skin, you know? Like, it has really, really awesome skincare benefits to it. This is pretty much what my skin looks like, you guys. It looks incredible. I'm so pleased with the overall coverage of the foundation and the finish. Like, it looks really, really, really good on the skin. I'm now going to move on to actual concealer. I will be using that same concealer I mentioned in the very beginning of the video. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer in the shade 13.5. Now, this product originally retails for $26, but it is going to be available at the event for $13, which is really, really good. The way I really like to work with this concealer is I will take a little bit of it on the back of my hand. I'll warm it up with my finger and I'll really just press this directly underneath my eye. I feel like it just goes on a lot better with the warmth of my fingers because it really just melts the product and gives it more of a skin-like finish. So far, skin's looking really good, you guys. I'm gonna move on to powder. Now, they're offering a loose powder and they also have a pressed powder during the sale event. The loose powder I picked up is this one right here by Cover FX. I've never tried this one. This is the Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. The packaging is just very standard when it comes to a setting powder right here. I've heard nothing but great things about the Cover FX powder. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this to use it to set directly underneath my eyes, because if I don't, this It Cosmetics concealer is going to crease. Like, it really does crease if you do not set it right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponge, dip into the powder, and just set it down and in place. I'm even gonna go as far as taking this powder and using it to set my face down and in place, just so that way this foundation doesn't go anywhere throughout the day. It's gonna look really dusty, really ashy for a second, but I promise you it's gonna come together. Then with a big fluffy brush, I'm just gonna go in big circular motions here to just dust away any powder still sitting on my face. Oh my God, Luna. Now the pressed powder I'm going to use is this one right here. This one is by Urban Decay. This is the All Nighter Long Wearing Mattifying Weightless Waterproof Setting Powder. I've been dying to add this to my collection. So when I saw that it was going to be in the sale, I was like, yes, honey, give it to me. You know what I mean? Like, look at this packaging. It is so stellar, so beautiful. I love like the little droplets right here. I think they really paid attention to all the detail. So I'm gonna take this powder and I'm just gonna kind of dab it all over to, again, just lock and load the makeup look. And I actually have heard amazing things about this waterproof powder by Urban Decay. So now that my face is nice and set, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. Now, I didn't really see any bronzers available in the sale event, so I am just gonna use something affordable. This is the Bronze Please bronzer by L'Oreal. This is relatively new. This is in the shade 1. I'm gonna take this brush right here, which is a MAC 135, and I'm gonna use this to add a little bit of color to the skin because I'm looking very one-dimensional right now. I'm looking like I need a little bit of definition. So I'm gonna run this right alongside my temple, just so that way it looks like I've been laying out in the sun, I have a tan, I'm bronzed, even though we all know I've just been sitting in my house taking care of Luna. I'm literally so mad at myself because I just tossed all of my Tarte blushes just because I wasn't reaching for them often, but these are actually going to be included in the sale event. This one right here is in the shade Peaceful. This is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, and the regular price for this is $29, but it is going to be on sale for $14.50. I chose a shade that was really beautiful and corally. You guys know I love me a good like peach coral blush. I think this is going to look insanely beautiful with the eye look I have going on, especially because my eye look is a little more neutral and smoky. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and just top it on my cheeks. I do want to talk about briefly why I got rid of my Tarte blushes. I didn't get rid of them because I hate them. I got rid of them because they were sitting for a long period of time and I just wasn't reaching for them often. But I do really recommend them. I feel like they're extremely pigmented and blendable and they last a really long time on the cheeks. With that, I do want to quickly move on to highlighter. Ofra is going to have their single highlighters on sale during the event, which is incredible because if you guys know Ofra highlighters, then you know they are so foil, so blinding, beaming, everything. Literally, the original price on these are $29, but they are going to have them on sale for $14.50, which is crazy good. The one I'm going to use today is this one right here. I love that it has 3 different shades. This one is a collaboration with Nikki Tutorials. It is in the shade Everglow. So I am going to take my ABH A23. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that champagne shade, mix it in with a little bit of the white, tap off, and just hit it right here. Oh my goodness. Pick up 1, pick up 2, pick up 3, pick up 4. Get them all. Don't even save any for the next person because that's how amazing they are. Okay, I'm just kidding. Just, you know, sharing is caring, okay? Gonna hit a little bit on my forehead as well because I want to glow, boo. I want to glow. And I'm going to take a pencil brush and take a little bit of the lighter shade and use it in the very inner corner for an added pop. For the sake of this video not being too repetitive, I'm going to take a little bit of Cashmere Bunny and Espresso and I'm going to smudge it on my very lower lash line. And with the power of editing, we're smoked out. We're ready. to move on to lips. So for my lip color today, I'm thinking I'm going to use a liquid lipstick by Dose of Colors. These are also going to be available during the sale event. I have two shades right here. I have Truffle and I also have Sand. I'm thinking of mixing the two together just because I don't want it to be too mauve, but I also don't want it to be too nude. I really want it to fall right in the middle. So I'm going to take Truffle, put it all over. Then I'm gonna take Sand and put a little bit of this directly over top. And the last and final thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set everything down with a little bit of the Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray by Catrice. Alright, Slay Baes, this right here is the final and completed look. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. I honestly had a lot of fun using a bunch of products from the Ulta Beauty 21 Days of Beauty sale event. Remember, the sale does start on the 1st and it's gonna run through the 21st, and there's a different sale every single day. Products change, some are available online, some are available in store. Y'all already know the deal. I'll have all the deets down below in the description, and let me know what products you guys are picking up, because honestly, you guys have some really stellar recommendations. Anytime you guys recommend me a product, I end up really loving it. So I want to know what you're snagging during the event, and that is it. I love you so freaking much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.